Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Shiv Kumar News. Here I am reading the Hindu newspaper. My purpose in is improving my knowledge and English only, nothing else. Therefore, please support and guide me. So guys, this is our first article. Number of women in workforce should rise rapidly. Murmu. President Draupadi Murmu with Union Minister Annapurna Devi at conference on International Women's Day in New Delhi. The Hindu Bureau, New Delhi. When India is moving towards becoming the third largest economy in the world, the participation of the women in the country workforce should increase rapidly. President Draupadi Murmu said on Saturday on the occasions of International Women's Day. She was speaking at the inauguration of a national conference on the themes नारी शक्ति से विकसित भारत डेवलप्ड इंडिया थ्रू द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ वुमेन organized by the Union Ministry of Women and Child Development, stating that there was no doubt that women had made unprecedented progress over the last 50 years. The president offered the example of her own life. Born in a simple family living in a backward area of Odisha, her journey to the Rashtrapati Bhavan is the story of equal opportunities and social justice for women in Indian society. The president said. Draupadi Murmu pointed out that not only in India but also in other countries, one of the reasons for the low participation of the women in the workforce is the belief that women will have to take leave to look after their children or they will pay less attention to work. But this thinking is not correct. We have to ask ourselves whether society has no responsibility toward children. We all know that the first teacher in the family is the mother. If a mother take leave to look after children, it is also for the betterment of society. A mother can make her child an ideal citizen through her effort, she said. Independence decision, a better environment for girls to move forward, necessary to realize the dreams of a developed India. In such an environment, they can make independent decisions about their lives without pressure or fear, she said. The president said that a developed India could be built only on the strength of the self-esteemed, independent and empowered women. So guys, this is today image celebration push. Officers are out. Cadets of the Royal Bhutan Army doing push-ups after passing out parades. A tradition to mark the completion of their training at the Officer Training Academy in Chennai on Saturday. Image click by Villankani Raj. This is our next article. Arab nations offer counter to Trump's Gaza proposal. Agency France Press Jeddah released this article. The Organization of the Islamic Cooperation early on Saturday formally adopted an Arab League counter proposal to USA President Donald Trump's plan to take over Gaza and displace its residents, calling on the international community to support the regional initiative. The decision by the 57-member grouping came at a meeting in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, 3 days after the Arab League ratified the plan at a summit in Egypt. NTPC official shot dead in Hazaribagh, Patna. The National Thermal Power Corporation official was shot dead in Hazaribagh, Jharkhand on Saturday. Kumar Gaurav, Deputy General Manager, Dispatch NTPC, deputed to the Kirdari coal mine, was on his way to work when two unidentified persons opened fire on him. So guys, this is our next article from Manipur. 1 killed, 43 injured as protest rocked Manipur. Kuki Ju community member clashed with security forces as they protest movement of vehicle on highways. They say the resumption of the public bus service will stop tension. Kangu Piki administration imposed public curfew along national highway. Apex body for Kuki Ju calls for indefinite shutdown. 27 security personnel injured in violence. Peace word. Security personnel trying to convince local people in Kangju KP district to allow free movement of vehicle. Article written by Vijeta Singh, Kangpo KP. A 19-year-old man was killed and 43 people were injured in the hilly district of Kangpo Kipi in Manipur Saturday as Kukiju people clash with the Central Armed Police Force says CAPF in protest against the enforcement of free movement of vehicle on the national highway, with have been blocked since an ethical violence erupted in the state on May 3, 2023. The injured included 27 security personnel. A police statement and said they were injured due to heavy pelting of stone, use of catapults and random firing by armed miscreants from amongst the protest. He said one of the security personnel had a narrow escape when a bullet hit hit the magazine of his rifle. Another was injured in the eyes, and third Jawan lost a tooth due to heavy stone throwing, a police official said. The police said the protests, including women and children, clash with security forces at multiple points along NH2 in Kangpo, Kipi, as empty Manipur State Transport (MST) buses organizing from Imphal on the designated Imphal Kangpo Kipi Senapati route through the hills district under heavy security cover is a symbolic move to mark the freeing of the highway. The bus could not cross Kangpo Kipi and has been kept at undisclosed location. The other empty MST bus that run on the Vishnupur Charchandrapur Imphal route under the security cover could complete the journey without problem. In a security review meeting on March 1, Home Minister Amit Shah directed free movements on the highway from March 18. Manipur has been affected by ethnic violence between the tribal Kuki-Jew people in the hills and the Methi people from the valley since May 2023. Over 250 people have been killed in the violence so far. The Kuki-Jew protesters said the government was forcing the public buses to run in the area and this could stir up tension. The buses were attacked with stone. Forced movement. There was no passenger in the bus. We do not want to go to Methi area, neither do they want to come here. What is being achieved by the forced movement of commercial vehicle are already running on the NH, said Webhui Haiquip, a medical profession, as he tended a people injured in a tear gas shelling by security forces. The police officials said that the anticipating violence extra security development was done along the highway. The mob indulged in heavy stone pelting and broke the cordon. The security forces first used tear gas shells. However, armed miscreants fired at the personnel taking cover of women and other protesters. Security forces fired in the air to disperse the mob, said the official. Following the violence, a public curfew was imposed by the Kangpo Kipi administration in area along with the national highway. The Kuki-Jew Council (KGC) and the apex body of the Kuki-Jew people called for indefinite shutdown. The disease was intensified as Lalgan Singh Sit of Kathilman B. Police said the cause of the deaths will be known after the postmortem. The KGC said over 50 women suffered serious injury and strong condemned the decision to impose free movement, as the government was fully aware of the potential for the violence in such decision was put into action. National Highway 2 and 37 are critical for supplying essential to the Imphal Valley, where the Methi ties will, while NH 37 highway concerns Silachir and Assam and Imphal. The other axis, Dimapur, Nagaland Imphal National Highway 2 passes through the Kangpo Kipi in Banipur and has been frequent blockade. Through the day, protesters keep gathering on the highway only to be dispersed by the security forces. The protest tried to block the road by placing a shared bus in the middle, which was removed by the police. A private vehicle was set on fire. CBI to probe gold smuggling racket with overseas link. Case registered based on DRI input following actor Rania Rose's arrest. Agency has not revealed any names, role of the public servant to be examined. Actor Rania Roy was arrested on March 3. The Hindu Bureau, New Delhi. The Central Bureau of Investigation has registered a case involving a gold smuggling racket with international links. The probe was being launched on the basis of the inputs received from the Director of the Revenue Intelligence (DRI) following the arrest of Kannada actor Rania Roy at the Bengaluru airport for allegedly smuggling gold. The agency has not yet revealed the details of the case, including the names of those arranging in the first information report as accused. It is learned that the role of the public servant in the smuggling racket may be examined. Close coordination. The case has been registered based on the input shared by the DRI about a gold smuggling racket having connection overseas. Both the law enforcement agency are working in close coordination at this stage. The CBI's team have been sent to the Mumbai and Bengaluru airport to follow the lead set on the official. MS Rania was arrested. Miss Rania was arrested by the DRI on March 3 on her return from Dubai. The agency said gold weight is 14.8 kg was found in her possession. The two agencies have collaborated on multiple occasions to investigate various gold smuggling cases. In September 2021, the CBI registered corruption case against 11 people, including two former customs officials, in connection with the alleged smuggling of 17.73 kg of gold at Delhi International Airport in 2018. The DRI had initially detected that the case and taken legal action against those involved. The Karipur gold smuggling case was instituted in January following a joint surprise check conducted by the CBI and DRI official. In the same case, the CBI filed a charge sheet against 30 people, including some custom officials, in January 2023. Earlier in May 2019, the CBI had booked 9 persons, including the custom official, for their role in the smuggling of the 25 kg gold bar from Dubai via Thiruvananthapuram International Airport. That racket was also unearthed by DRI personnel who had intercepted the contraband. How is a census of river dolphin carried out? This is our today article or editorial. How many gigantic dolphins are there? Why are both visual and acoustic surveys necessary? Editorial written by Jacob Khoshe. The story is so far. The first ever census of the gigantic dolphin, the only river in dolphin in India, which began 4 years ago, has found 6,327 of the species in the river Ganga and its tributary. What did the census survey find? The Environment Ministry on March 3 commemorated as World Wildlife Day released a report by the Wildlife Institute of India (WII), a ministry body, that said there are 6,324 Ganges River dolphin and 3 Indus River dolphin, a related species. There are an average 3,275 dolphin in the main stem of the Ganga, 2,414 in the Ganga tributary, 584 in the Brahmaputra mainstream, 51 in the Brahmaputra tributary, and 3 dolphin in the river Bear. The effort began in 2021 and spanned a cumulative distance of 8,507 km along the stretches of the river and its tributary. The maximum number of dolphins were reported in Uttar Pradesh, 2,397, followed by Bihar, 2,220, West Bengal 815, Assam 635, Jharkhand 162, Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh 95, and Punjab 3. Why was such a survey necessary? River dolphins grow slowly and are found in some of the most threatened habitat, vulnerable particularly to getting entangled in the nets of the fishermen. Project Dolphin was launched on August 15, 2020 by Prime Minister Narendra Modi to involve a program to conserve both marine and riverine dolphin by engaging multiple stakeholders such as the Forest Department, Fishermen, Fisheries Department. In all, 58 rivers were surveyed, of which 28 were traversed by boat and 30 by the road. Survey where Gangetic dolphins have been sighted historically. However, the survey conducted nearly all wild animals that are survived from time to time are land animal. Observational techniques and statistical modeling methods have been involved over the year to estimate their numbers using camera traps, line transects, tracking their excreta, pug mark traces of their DNA. However, dolphins present a unique challenge. They are primarily underwater animals and emerge for air only for the second. This leaves very little time for an observer to characterize them. Being waterborne, they don't leave traceable biological sample that can be collected for analysis. This does not mean that wildlife research scientists have not attempted to count them. The number of the Ganges river dolphin have been estimated to be between 4,000 and 5,000 toward the end of the 20th century. This dropped to 1800 according to 2008 study. More recent studies estimate it to be between 3,500 and 4,500. Through these are said to be guess time tests and primary based on counting the number of the dolphins seen from a boat on predefined stretches. For the project dolphin survey, the scientists use a combination of visual and acoustic survey. Here two terms of observers on board coasting at a constant speed independently recorded a dolphin sighting. Every time they sighted a dolphin, they noted the distance of the sighting from their boats, whether the animals were adult or neonates, and whether it was the same dolphin sighted before. Then these observations were correlated with an acoustic survey. Dolphins are largely blind and communicated via sound or echolocation like boat. Scientists use a hydrophone or an underwater microphone that can record this sound using signal processing. If it is possible to identify with a fair high accuracy unique individual, and WII report said, for their final assessment result from both these methods were combined with mathematical technology. What are the threats faced by the dolphin? Accidental death from being entangled in fishing nets are a major threat. Unlike in poaching, where certain animals are actively hunted, dolphins may wade into this net and are unable to free themselves to break into the surface or for air, or the suffocated. Large mesh gillnets made from nylon and polythene monofilaments are particularly dangerous for them, says a report from the Wildlife Conservation Trust of India (WCT). According to the International Union for Conservation of Nature Red List, the Ganges dolphin Platanista gangetica are classified as endangered. Study estimates 4-5% of the dolphin die this way. The WCT report, however, mentioned that there have been instances where the dolphin once caught in these nets are sometimes opportunistically killed. The oil extracted from their fat or blubbers is used as a bait in India and Bangladesh for catching catfish. Now we start short news. This is our international news. Moscow. Russia claimed to have retaken 3 villages from Ukraine in Kursk. Russia said its troops had retaken 3 villages seized by Ukraine in the Kursk border region, where Kiev forces have been losing ground recently. Moscow has recaptured Viktorova, Nikolaevka, and Starea Sorochina. Russia has wrested back control of more than two-thirds of the territory captured by Kiev in Kursk. Bangkok, Myanmar will hold election in January, say Min Aung Hlaing. Myanmar's junta chief General Min Aung Hlaing said he would hold an election in December or January. The first in the war-torn nation since the military staged a coup in 2021. The vote would be free and fair, he said during a state visit to Belarus, adding that 53 political parties had submitted their list to participate. Karachi, 45 members of the minority Ahmadi community arrested in Pakistan. The police have booked over 45 members of minority Ahmadi community for offering prayer at their worship places into their separate city in Pakistan, police said on Saturday. The two incidents happened in Surujani town area in Karachi and Sargodha district of the Punjab province. Next news is from Kabul. On Women's Day, Taliban say girls' rights are protected in Afghanistan. The Taliban issued a message on International Women's Day saying Afghan women live in security with their rights protected, even as the UN condemned the ongoing employment and education bans without mentioning the occasion. The group said dignity, honor, and right of women were priority for the Islamic Emirate. Focus on now we start short news from sports. Focus on big prize. Goal is to win trophy. No discussion on Rohit's retirement. Gill. Shubman Gill said there has been no discussion on whether skipper Rohit Sharma is looking to retire after Sunday Championship Trophy final against New Zealand. We have only been discussing about winning the champion trophy. He has not spoken to me or the team about this. I don't think Rohit is thinking about it. Not much change. Gill does not expect Dubai pitch to behave differently in final. Shubman Gill expects the pitch in Dubai for the final to behave similar to the previous matches despite the rising temperature in the city in the last few days. I don't think the wicket is going to behave any different. We have not seen a 300 score year yet, and I think the wicket will be similar to that we have been playing on. Looking for sport. Centenaire hopes fans back home can skip work to cheer his side. New Zealand skipper Mitchell Stantner hopes that the fan back home can skip work on Monday to support his side in the final. I guess we have the country behind us back at home. It is probably the middle of the night, but if everyone can kind of skip work and then watch the cricket, that will be good, said the all-rounder. Massive interest. Tickets sold out for title decider between India and New Zealand. The India and New Zealand final at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium had drawn massive interest. All 25,000 tickets for the Marquee Clash have been sold out. Tickets prices range from AED 254 general admissions to AED 12,000 for the exclusive Skybox hospitality has generated an estimate revenue of 89 million. So guys, this is today one important vocabulary word is earmark. Earmark, it is a verb. Hindi meaning is चिन्हित करना, set aside. Synonymous reserve, appropriate. Antonymous use up. Example stand is the catch had been earmarked for a big expansion of the. So guys, this is today video. Please like, comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel for further more update and more videos. Press bell icon for notification. Thanks for watching. We meet in tomorrow next video. Jai Hind.